If you want to replace your job's paycheck with investment income so you don't have to keep going to work to get paid, you're in the right place.
All right guys, we're gonna make some breakfast right now. Normally I don't eat breakfast, haven't had breakfast for like 2-3 years, but right now I'm trying the sugar diet. So today we're gonna make a smoothie. I like to do blueberries, raspberries. There's a lot more that goes into this, but I'll show you. Sugar diet's super weird because you just eat a bunch of sugar, but I decided to try it because I was like, if it actually works, it could be a super easy way to help people get in shape. And most people struggle with like adhering to a diet, and the diet is everything, right? You can work out all you want, but if your diet's not on point, your body's not gonna change. So I was like, if this works really well and it's super easy to stick to, I could recommend it to clients and stuff, and it'd be easy for them to get in shape. But I've been doing it for like 3 weeks at this point. The first week went really well. And then after that, I feel like I've just been getting bigger, really giant pumps in the gym, but I'm still playing with it because you can do candy, you can do sugar, you can do honey, you can do fruit. And I think I went a little too candy heavy. Also, you're supposed to reduce protein, which I'm not good at. You're supposed to hit like 120. I always hit like 200 just by eating what I want. So I just fill this thing up with all the fruit I want. Woke up this morning, felt pretty tired. I wake up feeling pretty tired like every day. So that's why I work out every day, because I know after the workout, I'm gonna feel 10 times better. That's why I don't understand when people are like, how do you have the motivation to work out every day? I'm like, if I didn't work out every day, I would feel like crap. So it's like, I don't know. These blueberries like to get stuck in here. If you want to try the sugar diet, it's like actually really easy to stick to. So you can have a list of like 7 foods basically. You want to stick to pure sugars, no starches, no protein. So there's sugar diet and sugar fasting. The sugar diet is basically intermittent fasting, but rather than having nothing, you have sugar throughout the day. And then later in the evening, you can have like a lean source of protein and a little bit of starches if you want. And then there's sugar fasting, which I think is like the magic sauce, because the first week I got good results and I did like 4 days of sugar fasting. And after that, I started just doing the sugar diet and the weight loss stalled. So I think the sugar fasting is the magic sauce where you'll actually lose weight. Anyway, the foods are sugar, like table sugar, honey, maple syrup, fruit juice, candy, like no fat candy, like you can do Sour Patch Kids, gummy bears, whatever. And there's one more. But basically just pure sugar, no starches. And you wanna keep that. So if you're gonna do a sugar fast, that whole day, you're gonna have like 0 fat, 0 protein, just sugar. And then if you're doing a sugar diet, intermittent fast that. So morning, just sugar, then you can have lean protein and starch. And you can try it out. Try doing like a sugar fast 3 days a week and the sugar diet 4 days a week. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Keep an eye on the scale, make sure it's going down. And you can do candy, but candy should be like a really small percentage of it. Unless you're like a huge jack dude already, you're most likely not gonna get away with eating tons of candy. So I'd stick to mostly fruit. It's high volume. And the idea of this diet is that you don't have to like track your macros, but if you just pay attention to those foods, keep an eye on your weight, you should be able to lose weight. Like I'm putting straight up sugar in here, right? It's kind of weird. You get like little chunks in the straw and you like can chew on the honey. That's so delicious. This is what it looks like. And this is the trickiest part, getting it into this cup without making a huge mess. I'm actually gonna hold on to this and probably start drinking it during the workout or maybe after the workout. All right, that's ready. Let's grab our stuff and go to the gym. Gonna hit some chest today. Right now I'm trying to focus mostly on chest and legs. I've had like pretty strong arm genetics and shoulders. Chest has kind of fallen behind. I think for a long time I wasn't training chest correctly. I think I was going a little too heavy using triceps. Now I like to do like higher reps, slow and controlled, really squeeze. Just trying to build a more balanced physique. I feel like when you first start working out, you just try to grow everything, and then you see like what your strong points are, and then from there you can kind of refine and try to look a little more aesthetic. Like if I don't go to the gym, I'm pretty much useless. You get all those endorphins flowing, you feel great, and you just get way more done. Like I won't even start working until after I work out, because then my mind's like way sharper and I can help people a lot more. So I used to work at Farmers Insurance, which is right here. I worked there for 7 years, and now I happen to live pretty close to it. So every day on my way to the gym, I see it, or going home or whatever. And it's just like a good reminder to like work harder, because I know I hated working there. Like It was 7 years of my life that I feel like was wasted. I did it to pay the bills, but it was like not what I wanted to do at all. And when I finally started the coaching business, I was like 2 months in, and I was like, I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna go all in and not look back. And seeing it, you know, it reminds me of like sitting in my cubicle and hating my life. And it's just a good motivator every day to remind me to keep going so I don't have to go back to a life that I hate, right? All right, we just got to the gym. I'm gonna go in, hit some chest, show you guys what I do, or not, I don't know, we'll see what I do. All right, chest, I usually like to start with some kind of decline or flat, usually decline movement. Start light, and warm up, nice and slow. Really just trying to warm up, flex the pecs. And then I do decline because it works the majority of the chest. So I feel like it's the best to start with. And I usually go like, work my way from decline to incline movements. And I've really been liking these fly movements recently because you can just squeeze the chest perfectly. Like your triceps are not brought into this movement at all. And you can really just focus on flexing those chest fibers. And you want to do calves on chest day so you don't have small calves. You can do it at the beginning of every workout. If you have small calves, you can work them out pretty much as you want. As long as they're not sore, I'd say if they're really sore, just skip a day. Otherwise, just hammer them every day and they'll grow. Believe it or not, my calves were smaller than this a few years ago. I know it doesn't seem possible to be smaller, but they were. Probably put on a good 2 to 3 inches, which is a little bigger than my thing, but if you have big calves, girls won't even notice. Size matters. The only thing that size matters on is calves and bank accounts. All right. Second exercise, I'll usually do some kind of flat pressing movement. I stick a lot to machines. A lot of people think like you have to do hardcore free weights like Arnold Schwarzenegger did back in the day. But if you want to build bigger muscles, I mean, if you copy Arnold, obviously he knew what he was doing. But if you just want to build muscle and get lean, you don't need to be doing like crazy, hard, heavy movements. You can do machines because the main thing is mind-muscle connection, slow controlled movements, and keeping tension on the muscle. And machines just keep your form so perfect. And they also remove a lot of the risk of injury. Like if you're doing a heavy barbell squat, your likelihood of hurting your lower back compared to doing like a leg press machine is significantly higher. And if you ever get hurt, you have to take weeks or months off the gym and you're not gonna be making any progress that way. So there's nothing wrong with machines, nothing wrong with going light. Like you should never try to keep up with someone. Like if you're working out with a partner, they're significantly stronger than you, or you see that they're doing heavy weights and they're not doing the form right, like don't try to keep up with them. Just grab a weight that works for you. Slow controlled movements, eat your protein, don't eat too many calories, don't be a chunky monkey, and you'll get a great physique. It's just like long term, right? People probably, you know, they look at muscular guys and they'll be like, oh, you spend 2-3 hours in the gym? It's like, no, I spend like 1 hour in the gym 1,000 days in a row. It's all about consistency. Get jacked. Nobody loves you. Piece of crap. That's why your dad left before you were born. You're a piece of trash. Is that good? All right, last I'll do like 1 or 2 incline type of movements, but I feel like that's kind of boring. And you guys probably already know how to work out and you're not here for a freaking tutorial. So let's talk about something fun. What about Ozempic? Should you do Ozempic? I feel like it's super divisive, Ozempic. People are like hate it or they love it or they're like, I don't know. But should you do it? I would say it could be a great tool for someone that's like morbidly obese and has a food addiction. And it could probably save their life if they were to use it properly. But I think like if you're in that situation and you're gonna use Ozempic, I've never used it by the way, I don't have a hunger addiction, but you should not just use it and expect that to get you all the results. You should start it with your doctor at like the lowest possible dose and also try to change your diet and exercise routine at the same time to build those good habits and not just rely on the Ozempic. If you blast a bunch of Ozempic, you're not gonna be hungry at all and you're not gonna eat, and of course you're gonna lose weight. You're gonna be lacking nutrients, you're not gonna keep any of your muscle, and you want to build a lean muscular physique, right? No one wants to just shrink down and still be fat, right? You want a lean, hard look. So you need to fix all of your habits, and reducing your hunger a little bit with like a small dose of Ozempic could help a lot of people do that. I think when it's abused, it's bad, just like everything else. Just like steroids, right? There's people on TRT like me, and there's people that like blast everything and die when they're 35. So I feel like I'm not against it. I feel like medicine was invented, and if it can help you live a better life or even like optimize your life like TRT, then I feel like it's a good move. It's just how you use it, when you use it, how much you use. Like, I don't think if you're like 18, you should go out and get on TRT either, right? You already got like great testosterone levels. You should get your levels checked with your doctor. Once you get a little older and once they're actually a problem, then maybe you go into it. Or if you want to optimize and you're like, yeah, I do want to put on a bunch of muscle, I would say, if you're gonna get it from your gym bro, don't do it. If you can afford to go to a doctor, get your blood work done and all that, then it might be a good option for you. Or it could just be used by some idiot that like doesn't want to give up food and just wants to take a shortcut. And then they freaking are nutrient deficient and you could snap their bones with your pinkies. I'm gonna finish with another fly. Kind of lost the pump because we were talking to someone for a minute, but I'll get the fly. The fly will get the pump back. Find a song that hypes you up and just put it on repeat. Like, don't use a playlist. Find that one song, like skim through like 10 of them. And once you find one where you're like, and like your dopamine, you start feeling it rush in, you get like half a boner, use that song, just put it on repeat, and just go through the whole workout. Like, imagine like a crazy musical in your mind, like you're dancing around, you know, like you're the best dancer of all time. You just made $1 million, you just won the lottery, and just crush your workout, right? And also pretend like if you do 5 extra reps, you'll get $1 billion. Like Jeff Bezos will call you up and be like, guess what, congratulations. I just love how jacked you are, here's $1 billion. Or you can go the other way with it and pretend your whole family's gonna die if you don't get the extra rep. Whichever one, like if you're a little more dark-minded, you could use the second one. If you like to be happy, use the first one. All right, we're leaving the gym now, gonna go home. I'm gonna start sipping on this smoothie because I'm playing around with like intermittent fasting, sugar fasting, trying to figure out the right balance. We're gonna go home, handle my coaching check-ins, and that's pretty much it for the rest of the day. Gonna work on some other videos for Instagram and stuff. All right, just got home. Gonna handle some coaching check-ins. I like to walk on this walking pad. Oftentimes I'll just stay at the gym and work on the treadmill. I don't like to be sitting still because I have anxiety, so moving around gets me out of my head for some reason. And I like to, also I was just like, anytime I was in an office job, I was like, man, I wish I could do this and just like walk around all day. So I built the dream. I'm like, now I have a job where I can walk all day if I want to. I could do it outside. Anyway, I'm just gonna look at some check-ins. Every day I have like a few check-ins. I try to push most of them to like Monday, Tuesday. And then I just look at my clients' results, tell them if we need to make any changes, anything like that. And that's it. Probably take me a few hours and then we'll be done. All right, guys, thank you for watching my little workout day in the life type video. What was I gonna say? Please hit the like button, subscribe button, leave some comments for the algorithm. Use code Brendan10 on Gymshark if you want any of the fits. I will be dropping new videos every week-ish, so look forward to those or something.
That was good.